Now, good morning everyone, how are you doing? The last time I was here, if you remember, if you watched the last video, was a bit of a disaster for my tomatoes. I've never seen a tomato grown in such a bad state, to be honest, but as you can see, I'm just going to give you a little update on the tomatoes, and we'll go up the polytunnel as well. So what I have been doing is bringing everything out and letting them just get, like, say, them. Actually, it's not too bright today, but I was being even careful with the sunshine as well, because we talked about it on the live show. So at the moment it's just a few cosmos, and these are just like the lobelia for hanging baskets and everything like that. So let me take you into the hut. I'll just show you around there. Get the light will come. It'll come brighter. So yeah, look at most things are gone, and we'll go up to the polytunnel as well, because I've transferred all the tomatoes up to the polytunnel. Oh yes, that was just the door shutting. What I'm doing though, I'm hedging my bets with the chilies. So the chilies I'm still being very careful with, because I lost, you know what I mean, they got really knocked last year. These were the two grafted chilies that I bought. Now I've been at the moment nipping these flowers off. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. JB, I'll ask JB on the live show, which is on Monday night. Don't forget, live Pottymouth Garden Club, 7 o'clock UK time. So these are the ones that I bought that were grafted. These are the ones that Nick sent over, the chilies that Nick sent over. And they're looking, Nick, I'm looking after them, they're doing fine, everything's fine. There's another little one there. He sent a couple, you know, I mean, chuffed to bits, to be honest. I've got some basil, which I'm just kind of hanging on, you know, and keeping that. Actually, if you look, we've been just chop. I kind of get enough basil, you know what I mean? I've been making salads and using it before it kind of goes off. Cucumbers are looking good. Well, I'm happy with them, to be honest. They've got a nice pot, and I don't think, I'm just giving them a quick water. Can you see like the water in the bottom? The roots are just starting to kind of come through there. So I'll be taking them up as well soon. I would normally put everything out, you know, getting the sun, and you can see these leaves are kind of darkened off the way JB was talking about. But it's a little bit windy today, and it's going to be like a lot more windy as well. So I thought, I'm not going to just risk damaging them. You know what I mean? I'm just being good. But let us go up the polytunnel. I'll show you what's going on. Here we are at the allotment. It is windy, mind you. Lovely, it's warm, lovely and warm, but it's certainly windy. But just show you that big body lad. I was talking about the cucumbers, and I'm doing them in the grow pod, and I'll show you this grow pod system. But I was talking to Eli on the live show, and I just want to show you just because it's quite interesting. So I'll show this setup, you know, once I do it, but I just thought it, you know, if anyone's new who hasn't seen it, I got two of these. These are called duo grows from Greenhouse Sensations. And it's basically a reservoir filled with water, and you can put, you know, your peppers, your tomatoes, you put your lid on like that, and you've got two pots, and then you put your pot there, and you use, and it was Eli mentioned, just get a load of it, Tony, because I was buying like individual strips, and this is the capillary matting. So you put your matting through this hole, through that hole, and the water draws up and feeds the plant, and you've got about 2 weeks worth of like water. So it's like, and we all talked about them, like you see on the live show, and what a great idea they were. So my cucumbers will be going in there, and I've done them each year in that. But like I say, on Eli's advice, I got now the whole secret is, can I put this somewhere where I remember it? You know what I mean? It's just like, you only use, like you say, a little, you know, 6-inch width for the length of it. Sorry, the width of it, and then the length of it. So I'm not, let's hope I can keep a hold of it. There was a little leaflet in here as well, which is actually, I got it from Tech Garden. I think I just got it on Amazon. But there's a nice little, you know, how it'll really work, even if you're just using the matting. you have yourself a little water reservoir, you have your capillary matting in the reservoir, and then just going along and put your plants on top, and the water, like the capillary motion, just drags it up to your plots, your plants. So yes, Tech Garden. I'll put a link if anyone's interested in this capillary matting, or the duo pods as well. Like you see, I got them from Greenhouse Sensation. So we'll get into the polytunnel and have a look. Let's hope everything's okay and I haven't blooming Johnny come early. Right, actually look at that. See me tomatoes, me bloody banana shallots are actually looking alright. They're leeks, them ones there, but they seem to be doing good. So it's a bit dark, but I'll get to the light. There's me tomato plants, and I brought actually some other ones up as well earlier on, and they've done way better than the artificial lights. Which one are these me brads? No. We know what we're talking about. The brads are kind of a... No, there's the brads. But even them are still looking, you know, way decent from what I was showing you just a few days ago with being in the you know, I'm going to nip them flowers off just yet. I don't want any flowers on just yet. So they're up here. I'm keeping an eye on them, and I mean, there's quite a few, but I've grown some from, because that was the funny thing. Guys, just getting another light. I'd grown some from friends, and I was thinking, I daresn't show them these ones, but it's only them Brad's Atomic that kind of got hit. They're all like a fickle thing, you know what I mean? It's just temperamental. So I've got black strawberries, tomatoes, the Brad's Atomic. I've got some Sugar Crush, I think they're called, off Audrey, which is a bit like a very orange sweet. I forget what, you know what I mean, they're meant to be like the other ones. I forget what, Sun Gold, they're meant to be like Sun Gold, and which I grew last year and they were lovely. And is it Marmaid or Tomaid? Tomarand or something, I can't remember. These are like a beef tomato, and I can just get this out of there gently. You know what I mean? I'll put that in any show. Well, minus the burnt little charred leaf there, but bringing them up here has certainly kind of helped by a long shot. Do you know what I mean? Just looking way healthier. Stems are stronger. I'll just nick out the side shoots. What I'm going to do as well is Steve's on about, he told us a trick about planting up these side shoots. So early on I'm going to start collecting them. Well, I have done down in the polytunnel hut. So they're looking all right. There's just, if you want to have a look, there's my sunflowers all coming along there. Like I say, I brought them up. I'm a bit naive to bring up yet the basil, you know what I mean? Probably because I want them down home as well. But funny enough, I see how, I don't know why those ones haven't actually germinated, and yet this little row there is germinated. These are just the beans for, I think, the broad beans and dwarf beans and runner beans and all sorts. I don't think these are these are my spring onions. No, nothing yet. Oh, they're starting to, just starting to. But as you can see, this will have to come out, and then the planting up of the tomatoes, it won't be long. So hopefully, getting the light, man, too, getting the light. Hopefully everything's looking all right with the tomatoes. I'm checking the weather. Actually, I'll check now. 1 second. Check me temperature, because I've got one of those little... Right, let me just have a... See, now I haven't got my glasses on now. So it's going down to about 9 degrees, so I'm happy with that. Do you know what I mean? That's not... maybe a bit too cold for the chili plants, but everything else seems to be okay. And looking, like I say, looking forward on the weather app, we're okay at the moment. At the moment. Look after yourselves. Take good care.